time now for our à la carte segment, and we're heading to Belfast in Northern Ireland, where France 24's Clovis Casali is filming part of a report for our show Revisited, focusing on the impact of Brexit 1 year on. Let's cross now to Clovis in Belfast. Clovis, tell us a bit more about your report. Who have you been speaking to and what have they been telling you?
Well, it's very simple. We want to understand what the situation is in the UK following Brexit, of course. Brexit Day, January 2020. Then there was a transition period. So it's really 1 year of real Brexit, and it has caused some chaos across the country. So with Jonathan Walsh, we are heading to London. We're heading to Boston also, dubbed Brexit Town, as it's the town in the UK that voted the most for Brexit. And we'll see there if some people might have changed their minds. We also had a quick stop yesterday in Scotland to get on a ferry to come here to Belfast, Northern Ireland, with this very tricky issue of the Northern Ireland Protocol, causing quite some tension. So for this report, for the show Revisited, we really want to meet those who played also a decisive role in the Brexit campaign, notably in London, Nigel Farage.
And you mentioned it just there, the Northern Ireland Protocol is a really thorny issue still. What exactly is the current situation there, Clovis?
Highly sensitive, of course. The EU wanted to prevent by all means a hard border between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. Therefore, it was decided to implement this Northern Ireland Protocol, which is basically a border in the Irish Sea, and that means a border between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Of course, this is causing a lot of tensions, notably with loyalists here in Belfast and in the rest of Northern Ireland saying you can't put a border between Great Britain and Northern Ireland, even though it's just for checks on some goods. This would pose a problem for the integrity of the country. Not everyone is agreeing on that. So you have ongoing negotiations with London and most in Belfast, fiercely opposed to Brussels and trying to negotiate around the clock for the time being. No answer has been provided to find an alternative to the Northern Ireland Protocol, and it is causing quite some problems with Boris Johnson threatening to trigger Article 16, basically pull out of this Northern Ireland Protocol. What would that mean? Well, it would mean that, of course, Europe would retaliate and possibly go back on many of the agreements with the UK following Brexit.
And if I'm right in thinking, Clovis, you've been speaking to Edwin Poots. Let's take a listen there.
There is a lot of anger within the loyalist community, and there has been threats made to port staff, unfortunately. We oppose all of that. We're looking for political solutions here. And the unfortunate thing is if we can't find political solutions, then sometimes others decide to step in.
That was Edwin Poots. What's interesting is that he's the agriculture minister here in Northern Ireland. He's also the minister in charge of the checks on goods coming into Northern Ireland. And he clearly told us he is not carrying out as many checks as wanted by the EU. He refuses to do so. He's actually opposed to the Northern Ireland Protocol. Edwin Poots, who was once the leader of the DUP, the Unionist party here, a fierce loyalist, seen as highly conservative here. He told us he wants the EU to back down. And as you just heard in that soundbite, he's clearly saying that if the EU doesn't back down, well, more violence could be around the corner.
And could you tell us a little more, Clovis, about that violence that he was evoking there, Edwin Poots?
Well, we all remember those years of troubles, 30 years of deadly, bloody violence between paramilitary groups in Northern Ireland and in against the paramilitary groups in the Republic of Ireland, between some Catholics, some Protestants. Those bloody violences, well, I can tell you all the people I spoke to here do not want them to see, do not want to see them return. It's a traumatic memory for many. And we also spoke to some loyalists here in Belfast, telling us that the DUP is simply too soft over the Northern Ireland Protocol, and that they could take the matter into their own hands. The loyalist supporters we spoke to do not condone violence, but they say they do understand that some could feel that it's the only solution in order to put pressure on Europe to back down. There's very much a feeling here in the loyalist circles that the Republicans won with this post-Brexit situation, with no border, of course, between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, but this infamous, what could I say, border between GB and Northern Ireland in this Irish Sea.
And the Northern Ireland Protocol is, of course, extremely thorny politically. But if you look at the economics of the situation, Northern Ireland does seem to be doing pretty well with the conditions set by the protocol. And if you could answer rather briefly, Clovis, I'm afraid we are running out of time.
It is very interesting because, of course, you've got the COVID-19 pandemic. And when you look at the figures over the past year, Northern Ireland is doing better than most regions in the UK. And it seems that there's more and more business between Northern Ireland and the southern part of Ireland with the Republic of Ireland. We met one businessman who actually supports the Northern Ireland Protocol. It's brought him a lot of business to also export to the rest of Europe, Northern Ireland, with a very specific special status currently.
Clovis Casali reporting live there from Belfast in Northern Ireland. Thank you very much.